What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Moonrocks today. Mr. Ox, MROCKS as it is, the native token of the MOONSTERS ecosystem here. We've had a massive pump over the past 24 hours. Last we talked about it, we were all the way down here. The day was even a little bit red, if it was like barely neutral, right? We were right at the base of that, and then boom, we just took off, man. We're up a whole, I mean, hell, what are we up right now since August 26th? We're up 5.3x. 555% move overall. A lot of volume coming in. This is good to see. You know, we're getting a good bit of volume. $1.1 million in volume, $6.6 million market cap. That is good volume. This thing is pumped up a lot, and I've had a few of you request me to make another video on it, and it's pumping, so why not, right? In this market of boring, sideways, depressing price action, let's talk about the fun degen coins that we got going on, right? This is less of a degen coin, more of a community-backed project. When I say degen, I just mean anything low cap, in my opinion, is a degen coin. But the people behind this are definitely not degens. I know a lot of you have questions about the supply, right? Because there's a large wallet that has a lot of the supply, but that's for the mem pool. That's like the liquidity and everything. Like it's not owned by any one person, right? Nobody has access to that. That's not something that someone's just going to use to rug pull. Some of you have been like, why are you talking about a rug pull? This isn't a rug pull. Clearly it's not a rug pull, you guys. You don't get a chart. First off, if it was a rug pull, it would look like this. It wouldn't soft curve and round out like this. And we certainly wouldn't be having this pump right here with all this volume coming in. It's not a rug pull. And the people behind the project are not... maybe I should say what they are. They are good people. They are good people with good intentions and their right hearts and souls in the place in this space. If you trust me, you know, and none of what I say is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but if you vibe with me, if you feel like I'm a trustworthy person that is not going to feed you random bullshit or just talk about coins because I'm being paid to talk about them because I never have been. If you trust that, just trust when I tell you that my trust is in this as well. Okay, like I'm not going to promote a project that I think is going to hurt my community. Not that I've never talked about it. We've had our mistakes in the past. We've talked about coins. This is why we don't talk about any coins that are in pre-sale, because you never know whenever those are going to be scams. And really, 90% of them are scams. So just stay away from them. All in all, unless you know something that other people don't. You know, if you have insider information or like you know the people behind it, if you can really trust it. But we've made mistakes in the past talking about things that have burned me, that have burned my viewers. You know, I really do my best to avoid scams and avoid rug pulls. And this is not that, you guys. This is definitely not that. And on top of that, before we get into the price action, a lot of people I've heard say that they feel like they're late to the party. And most YouTubers, you know, after a pump like this, they'll tell you, yeah, you're late to the party, probably don't buy here. I'm the type of guy that I'm okay with telling people to buy, right? Because if I see where it's going, I'm okay with saying that it's a good buy. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Just wait and hear before you go hitting the buy button. Just wait and hear what I have to say. But I do think that this move continues, it persists at least another 3x, right? 214%. We're at least going to go to 2 cents, at least there, if not most likely. After a massive drawback like this, I mean, you drop 90% from your all-time high to your all-time low. You drop 90%. Okay, massive amounts of time to accumulate at a very low market cap, and the community behind this are die-hard believers in this project. I doubt they're going to sell at first notice. Hell, I doubt they're even going to sell here. The people that are probably going to sell throughout this whole range are people who bought on the way up. Which, whatever. Take your profits, do your thing, right? We're in this stuff to make money. I get it. I'm not selling. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I think we're going way higher than any of these targets, but let's talk about these targets. The first target area to consider would be 2 cents. And the tertiary target would be 4.6 cents, 4.5 cents right there. This is your primary target zone, the 1272 to the 1618. That's your primary target zone whenever it comes to fib extensions. And in an exceptionally powerful move, typically you do expect to hit the golden ratio. Or higher. Sometimes you go higher. Absolutely you could. Again, that would put us at about a 7x from here. Okay, that's a 7x from here. That would be a 3x from here at a minimum. Are we just going to move up there day after day? I don't know. Maybe. This move was unprecedented. I didn't expect that we'd move up this much. This is crazy stuff, man. Crazy, crazy stuff. The founder of the project, Soul Saver, if you guys do any research at all, you follow him on x.com. He's posting things. There's some alpha coming out. There's some big stuff going on. And I know that they've promoted the project a little bit, but I think there's a cause behind this pump that we're not quite aware of yet. And you know the old saying, buy the hype, sell the news. Like, I think once the news comes out, maybe that'll be a time to sell if you want to sell. But I don't think the price is going to stop here. With that being said, maybe we do have a little stop here, right? a little stop here. Is it the best time to buy now? Obviously not. Will there be a better time to buy? Maybe, maybe not. I've been waiting for a pullback this whole time, and damn it only happens when I'm sleeping. We had one right here. It was quick. We had one right here. It was quick. I didn't catch those. I definitely didn't catch those. I don't know if you guys did, but I definitely absolutely did not. If I was looking for a pullback at all when we're above the golden ratio, which is this line here, I would buy right back at the golden ratio. We already had that. We already had that. We're up to the 786, 886 now. And the way we're moving, guys, I don't know. This right here, down 7% on this 1 hour candle from the high. We're down 20%. This might be the pullback. You know what I mean? This might be all there is. 26, number 27 now. I shouldn't look at it. I'm sorry. I scared it away. Number 27 now on Dex Screener. And if you're looking at this, people who degen into low cap coins, they look at metrics like this where the volume is good. It's not, if there's more volume than the market cap, that means that there's been such an amount of exchange that the founders, the people behind it, they've probably unloaded their bags. They have rug pulled, essentially. They haven't dumped it to the floor yet, right? They might have some on reserves and they keep selling it down. They take out enough money to stop the growth. They're not, these guys aren't doing that, right? And there's the people that house the most amount of Moonsters, they're not selling here. They've accumulated all this time. They have accumulated all this time. You think they're going to sell after 5 days? Probably not. I don't think so, man. And exactly what I was saying down here, the reason why we love charts like this is because as fast as it is when it comes down, it's even faster on the way up. I said those exact words yesterday, and man, I did not know how true that would ring. I was thinking a little bit faster, but damn, you ate that back and like that. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. The Moonsters NFTs have also gone up a lot, man. They were like less than 1 SOL. I forget what they were, but now they're over like 3 SOL for the floor. It's crazy. And they're sick NFTs, man. They're really cool NFTs. Shout out to Soul Saver and the artist who came up with these. It's pretty cool stuff. It's not for everybody. I get it. Not everybody gets NFTs. Not everybody gets it, and that's fine, right? I don't even get it completely, but I think it's really cool. I think that this stuff is sick, and there's definitely a community that thinks that as well. And it doesn't matter if you like it or don't like it. If other people like it, like Beanie Babies, right? Those have value too. Pokemon cards have value, right? But only in the right communities. Anyways, with that, I'm just trying to say that this stuff, this is very low on the totem pole for the capabilities that this market cap could achieve. Soul Saver, the founder's talking about $100 million. I think this thing could see multiple hundreds of millions of dollars, right? These NFTs catch on, you guys, and NFT season comes back around. I mean, I'm just saying, like, we could see a multi-billion-dollar market cap by the end of the cycle. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen, right? Don't hold your breath over that, right? Don't think here and start doing those calculations. I'm just saying, if a coin gets the right momentum and it has the right foundation, which it already has half of that. We have the right momentum going for us. We have the right foundation. But if you have the right momentum going through the rest of the cycle, all it takes is a couple key big players with some fat bags to really, really put this thing on blast. And everybody in the crypto space is going to want a piece of it. And if that happens, if everybody in the crypto space is aware, you're going to hit a multi-billion-dollar market cap. That's going to happen. But I'm not saying that will happen with this. I'm just saying if all that stuff happens, then it will. And that's a lot easier said than done. But $6.5 million now. Let's bring it back down to earth and talk about $100 million. Yeah, I think this will get to a $100 million market cap. I think it'll see a multi-$100 million market cap. It's not done growing here. Again, are we going to stop at the very first target? I doubt it. Is this thing going to pull back? I don't know. It might. You know, I've been waiting for a pullback, but I'm not getting it. As I'm talking, actually, it's gone down a little bit, hasn't it? No, it hasn't. Okay, so it's just that 4-hour look. But not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I am looking for a pullback to buy. I'll post on x.com. If you want to follow me, my profile is at Chris Harris 85. That's me. If you want to follow me, you know, I'll post if I do and when I do buy more. But if it just keeps going up, I'm not going to buy more. I'm happy with my bag. I'm okay with it. I'm content. Muy contento. You can stake, right? If you want to stake, you have to go through Meteora. You can. Let's see. If we go to Linktree. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but let's just do it real quick here. Hold on. Yes, I understand. Linktree, Moonsters. Go stake Moonrocks and earn, right? And it takes you to Meteora, and I'm going to cancel that because I don't know if it has my wallet pulled up or anything like that. But yeah, that's what you do. You connect your wallet. If you don't know how to do that, just look up how to stake, how to connect a Coinbase wallet or a Phantom wallet or Soulflare wallet. Don't use Soulflare. Use Phantom or Coinbase wallet. In my opinion, those are better. And you can stake and earn rewards. right? It's not like a ton of rewards, but you get some Moonsters, you get it in Moonsters, and if Moonsters continues to grow in value, which it will, those rewards will amplify, right? Let's see. 00656 right now, blasting through the golden ratio like this, but back testing it for support. Now you're in the 786, 886. If you were to pull back, we're looking for something around the golden ratio, okay? Something around $0.046, okay? That's not really anywhere that makes sense in price. So then I would say if you don't stop there, you might stop here. If you don't stop there, you might stop, let's say, here. Let's move it over a little bit, like right. Come on, like, oh, you're so close. So very close. Come on, right there, okay? I'll take these fibs off. Because these are, that middle line is the golden ratio. Or no, is it the golden ratio? Yeah, it's the golden ratio. And the other two lines are just areas that are significant based on price. Okay, here we are right now, potentially finding support at prior resistance, prior support back here. So it's very possible that this is all you get. Right? But if we were to go lower, 0.055 to 0.036 is the possibility. I'm not addressing this because I'm trying to tell people hold out until we see this area. I'm more addressing it because I know a lot of you want to FOMO here. And if you do, the conversation I would have with myself is, if I buy here, I will not sell here. If I buy here, I will not sell here. I will buy more or I will hodl and trust the process, because even from here we'll have a 3x. And odds are, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, odds are this thing probably 3x's before Bitcoin does. So you're probably going to do pretty damn well with that, right? And it's probably going to do more than a 3x. Again, I don't think people are going to be selling, at least not the people who accumulated down here. They're not going to be selling it at the first glance, right? The first glimpse. The only people selling right now are the people who've been trading it on the way up, most likely. Somebody also asked, if it's a community-driven project, why are there trade bots? I don't know. Why are there buy bots? I don't know. There's buy bots on everything. Whenever it comes to Dex Screener, there's buy bots on everything. Is it created by are they the founders' buy bots? Are they the team's buy bots? Are they some random person who decided to throw buy bots on here? I don't know. There's been meme coins and Dex coins that I've been a part of that they're literally infiltrated by buy bots and they get demolished because of it. But this thing, they did it right. They let it chill at the lows. It went under the radar for a long time. Now anybody who's trying to get in on the action, they have to pay the price, and the majority of the supply is held by people with conviction, not people who are just trying to make a quick buck off of this thing. But again, the people who are, they're probably buying and selling this and hating their lives as it continues to go up, right? Maybe they're not. Maybe they're just buying and then they sell and then they walk away. They never look at it again. But I think this thing has a lot more growth to go. I'm talking so much, man. Let's look at the indicators here. I mean, the RSI looks immaculate. I don't see, other than the fact that the volume's dying off, I don't really see a reason to turn around here. I would think we get another push, but it is hard for me to imagine that we continue to run up. I really am waiting for that pullback. I think we will get it. Just because I think that doesn't mean it's going to happen. I thought we'd get pullbacks along the way here. You know, if retrospectively, I would have bought here if I could have, but I was waiting for more of a substantial pullback and we didn't get it. So I'll just keep waiting. If it comes, cool. But again, this could very well be it. Why? Because we are right now at prior areas of resistance, prior areas of support. Structurally speaking, I mean, this is a good area, as good as any to find support. But the next areas down are pretty substantial, you know. It's a low market cap coin. Volatility happens, as we've seen on the way up here. You could drop 15%, no problem. You could drop 30%, no problem. You could drop 44%, no problem. And then instantly back to the races. You know what I mean? But the difference there, and the reason why I'm key on waiting for a pullback to buy the dip, and I'm going to be watching it like a hawk in case it does, because it's going to be super fast if it does, high to low here, is that the difference is literally this. From this price to that minimum target is a 3x. If we go to just the first area that we could potentially hit for a pullback, that 3.2x turns into a 3.8x. That's a phenomenal difference. That's 60% difference. If we go all the way down to that base target around the 0.5, around this area of significance, we find support down there, all the way down at 0.036, that 3.2x turns into a 5.7x, right? It's worth the wait. And for me, because I'm already in it, I don't care. If I don't buy more, well, I'm still going to be making money if it goes up. You know, that's not a problem for me. But if you are looking to buy this and you have no exposure, the conversation I would have is, you know, maybe I'd put some in here, be okay with this amount of growth. If it goes down, whatever, I'll just wait my turn. It'll come back, right? Trust me, I had to sit through some pain myself. And some boringness. It's okay, right? You have to have conviction. And the most important thing is if you buy the high, you do not sell the low. But again, this might not be the high. This could be the pullback. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. That's not the answer any of you are looking for. A lot of you are like, tell me where it's going to go. Tell me when to buy. I don't know. Nobody knows, right? We told you yesterday, right? We told you for the past few months. And nobody likes, and people were making fun of this. People all along have been calling it a scam. And it's like, dude, you just don't know, right? People talk about things in a negative light and they don't know about it. It's like, again, if you know me or if you respect me, if you value my input at all, if you've watched the channel, you know that I'm not here to bring BS into your life, right? It's stuff that I genuinely believe in. I have conviction in. And I'm not promoting projects or things that are going to hurt my audience, at least not intentionally, right? That's not my style. I'm not in this for a quick buck. I make my money investing. I don't need your money. I want you to make money. And then do good things with it. That's what I want. So, and this might help. This might help do that. The 4-hour RSI also looks bullish as hell. 4-hour looks bullish. Oh, I thought we were on the 1 hour before. Okay, so here we actually do have a little bit with the 1 hour. Yeah, okay. We're finding some resistance here at the overbought zone, but we got 30 minutes left in this 1 hour time frame. Let's see how it goes. If we close here, I would think that does substantiate the claim that we go down. That's a very bullish 1 hour RSI though. Don't hold your breath over it. The 4 hour is very bullish. So even if we go down in the short term, I expect it to be very short, and I don't think we're done here, man. I think we got more growth to go, but we'll see. With that being said, you do have a bit of a double top here. Now it's back here. We really could pull back to that 0035 area. I'm waiting, guys. I'm just waiting. I'm not waiting for a 50% pullback, but I'm waiting probably, if I had to guess how much of a pullback. You want to know where I would buy if I'm buying? We're going to set up a buy wall right here. This is not planned. This is not financial advice, but let's see. I would start buying here, right below 004. That's where I would start buying, right? Maybe right at that line and lower, or in my style is actually to front run any key areas to buy. Prior support right here, prior resistance right there. It's the 382. It's close enough to those areas we're talking about. Overall, that would be what? From a high to a low, that'd be a 50% discount in itself. Yeah, I'd probably buy at 004 or lower. If I see the price below 004, I'm going to scoop it up. If you see a big wick come in with some volume, it's probably me and then the rest of you degens who are watching this and wanting to buy at the same areas. The smart ones will probably buy a little bit ahead of us. So, and again, do we get down that low? I don't know. But we're going up higher. And at this pace, it could be tomorrow that we're at those higher targets that I'm talking about. I wouldn't be surprised if it took a little bit more time, but I got nothing else to say. $100 million, just so you know, right? The way that they work this thing out, the price is pretty fixed to the market cap, so it's nice, right? Like right here, we've got 0066. It's $6.6 million, right? $6.6 million, yeah. So $100 million would be all the way up at 10 cents, okay? Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but we take the all-time high to the all-time low fib extension here. 10 cents is right there at the 1886200 area. I think we can go a hell of a lot higher than that. The way that this is, again, the primary target is the 1618 to the 1272. The secondary target is the 1886 to the 2618, okay? That's your secondary target. And this 10-cent area, $100 million, psychological resistance. 10 cents is psychological resistance too, don't get me wrong. We very well could find turbulence here, but it's the base of this overall secondary area. Maybe what we do, we find some turbulence, we come up here, we find a little resistance there, but then we make our move, and that's where we top off. We get some bearish divergence, that's where we top off. Not all-time high top off, but just, probably where we see a little bit of a corrective phase, as we have before. But I've got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I absolutely see this thing being worth $100 million. I absolutely see this thing being worth hundreds of millions of dollars. And if traction catches on in the space, and especially if NFTs come back, and I think they will, oh man, we're just touching we're not even scraping the bottom. What's the word? We're not even, why can't I think of the expression? What is it? We're not even hitting the limits, man. That's all I'm trying to say. I don't know. I can't think of the expression. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Someone will probably put it in the comments. Take care. Bye-bye.